Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and in this video I'm going to offer my opinion of the Sidi Adventure rain boot, which I've been riding in for about 6 months. I also had the good fortune of crashing in it, and it did its job. So basically, for about 6 months now, I've been riding this, spending a lot of time on the GS. I've done some light dual sporting in it, crashed on the dirt actually, but I've been riding it a ton on the GS for longer trips and short trips here and there. The things that stood out to me after riding in this boot where it started out, it's a very comfortable boot. I've ridden in the rain a ton with this guy. It's completely waterproof and had zero problems with it. From a protection standpoint, it's very beefy, but it's lightweight and reasonably comfortable without going the full step up to an off-road boot. I actually crashed in this guy about a month ago in Arizona. We were fully loaded GSs, no chase vehicle, had all of our gear for a 4-day weekend on the bikes with us, and we decided to take it off-road for the day and hit some dirt trails on the Mogollon Rim outside of, I guess it would be Flagstaff or Pine Top, Arizona. Yeah, Pine Top. So we're riding, come around a sharp bend, probably doing about 40, 45 miles an hour, not on knobby tires. Immediately the trail gets very narrow and dips, or somebody in front of me grabbed their brakes. I reached for mine, front end washed out of me. I ended up coming down on my right side at about 35, 40 miles an hour. Completely shredded the bike. The bike is totaled, but the boots did their job. I have no doubt. You can see the wear here if you come in tight. It was reasonably rocky. It was hard packed. I sprung back up. It protected my ankle, protected my upper leg. The pants got torn to shreds. I'm going to turn it on the inside here. I guarantee you that this, and you see there's some wear around the bolt here, the foot peg would have done some major damage the way I fell. And I actually credit the BMW hard case, which I completely annihilated, from saving my inner thigh and saving potentially the bike coming down and shattering my right leg. It was one of those crashes that I hope not to have again anytime soon, but I was really impressed with the way the boot handled, and the fact, I'll show you here, it came down on the cam lock system. This cam lock got torn up pretty good, and you can see everything's still working. I'll say feedback on the boot, I offered from a comfort standpoint. I've ridden in these guys a ton. I'll say the only complaint that, and it's not really my complaint, but we've heard a lot from customers, is that it's going to be this plastic hinge on leather. You get a little bit of squeak with it. I don't know if you can't even really hear it. Mine broke in. I have no issues. Some guys who've got them out of the box said, oh, they're a little squeaky when just walking around off the bike. I found that some guys have oiled them slightly. Mine broke in. I'll say that the comfort of these guys from a break-in standpoint, within a half-hour riding, I was comfortable. I'd broken them in enough to where I was fine under my shifter that was set up, to be the stock shifter settings on the GS. When I first put them on, on the left side, shifting here and there, it was just a lot of boot, and when it was a little bit stiff out of the box, I felt that, but it broke in nicely, and I've had no real issues. This is right now my go-to boot. I know that they're going to be bringing in the Sidi Adventure Gore-Tex version. That's going to be I think 6 1/4 when they come to the States within the next few months. But for right now, the Sidi Adventure Rain did their job. I just wanted to kind of give a crash report here, talk about how they broke in for me, talk about how they held up. I've been impressed so far, and I really think that this is the all-season, all-weather, one of the most protective boot options out there. If you're going to truly be dual sporting in it, or want a really beefy touring boot that's going to be, not that full range, that's going to be too close to being a dirt boot, or have a lot of those extra features which just make something a complete MX or off-road style boot. Find it at RevZilla.com/CD-boots. If you have any questions, give us a shout, either via phone at 877-792-9455 or cs@RevZilla.com. And don't forget, I have a full breakdown of all the features of this guy. We did a detailed HD review that's not this video, that's on the Sidi Adventure Rain boot page on RevZilla.com that you can find as well. This one's just my opinion.